feel its first breath. A silent call inviting me to challenge myself. Then the silence vanished, and the desert began to speak. Every curve, every jump, a dialogue between man and nature. The desert tests my will, pushing me beyond my limits. And in those moments, I find my strength, my essence.
Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge.
Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge.
Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge.
As the sun sets, the desert quiets, but its spirit remains alive. I know that tomorrow it will all begin again. A new adventure awaits me. With each new day, the cycle begins anew. Are you ready to kick off again?
All right, welcome everybody. We are here. We're bringing you something special today. This is the 2025 Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, and this is brought to you guys today by the EMSO organization who puts it on. And if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Austin Farner, better known as Fish, and I run a media site and cover racing, mostly off-road racing over in North America. It's called Fishistics, so that's my site. We covered the Baja 1000, bunch of different kinds of racing in the US, and we've started to cover rally recently. So this is pretty cool that we're going to do something new today. We're going to try this out and we're going to see how this works. So we're going to cover the prologue for you guys today, and the prologue is about to start in just about 5 minutes. Everybody is getting lined up at the start for the prologue. They're going to go off. They're going to get their qualifying times today, and then stage 1 is going to start tomorrow. The Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge is a 5-stage rally. So this is not counted as one of the stages. This is the prologue. So this is basically your qualifying. And we do have some cameras out on the course. So it's going to be cool today. Hopefully these cameras stay working pretty well. But you can see there's our first quad lining up at the start right now. So we actually have the 174. This is the last year's winner here. 174 is lining up at the start. And we're going to bring you guys a couple different shots that we have out on the course today. But this is going to be our start camera here. So we're going to watch, this is one of the locals there from the UAE on the 174. He's going to start right about 11 o'clock. So I can show you guys. Let me bring up a list over here and show you guys. Don't worry, we won't miss the start. He's just getting warmed up there. He's checking in. That's going to be your first starter when they start over there at the other little arch, it looks like. So that's the 174. I can show you guys real quick over here the starting order. So here's the order right here. This is going to be the quads. We're starting with the quads. You can see the group over here on the right. The Q is for quads. So it looks like we have 5 quads that are going to qualify today. So the first 5, they're going to start 1 every minute. So the DSS, if you guys aren't familiar with this, the DSS is going to be their start time. So 11 o'clock is going to be their start in just about 4 minutes. They're going to go 1 every minute. So we're going to have a quad go every minute. And we're going to have all these guys go here. We got quite a few. So we got 45 on that page, and then we have 55 total. So you can see we're going to end with the GP riders. These are the more advanced riders, the bike riders. You can see we have Daniel Saunders here. We have quite a few names. You guys might recognize. We got Ricky Breivik, some of the Americans over here that a lot of us know. We got Skylar Howes. And it's going to be a fun day. We got a pretty stacked field in the GP class. You can see there's quite a bit here. We have, what is that, 7, 8 or 9 of them there in the GP class. So they're going to go last. They're going to be starting around 12 o'clock today. They're going to go every 2 minutes once we get to that class. But for now, we're going to start over here. And then after the bikes go, we are going to have the cars go later. Here's a look at the start list for the qualifying. Now, this time right here is the time they're going to leave the bivouac to head over there. They're going to start basically as soon as the bikes are done. They'll make sure they're clear of the course, and then the cars will go. So it won't be too much after the bikes. Let's see. What time was our last bike at? Our last bike was at 12:05. So sometime pretty close to 12:05, a little bit after there, will be our first car start. And it will be Yazid Al-Raji there. is in the 201. The Overdrive Toyota, the Toyota Hilux, will be our first car off the line. And then we have Nasser El Attiyah is going to be second off the line. Then we got Matthias Ekstrom in the Ford. This is quite a stacked field, actually, for this race this year. It's going to be really exciting. We got the Ford M Sports over there with the Ford Raptors. We have Mitch Guthrie from the U.S. over there. We have Seth Quintero, also from the U.S. in one of the Toyota Gazoo Hilux Toyotas. And goes down the list. So we have, let's see, we got 22 on that page. We're going to have all the way down the T1s. We got to look at the category over here. So T1 goes, we have 20 T1s, and then one T1.2. It's actually the T1 Plus is the first ones. We have one two-wheel drive here. So we got a two-wheel drive. And then we go down to the T3. The T3 is the Challenger class. So that's a lot of the tourist cars here. So we're going to have one, two, let's see, we've got over 10, about 15 of those. And then it comes down to the SSV category. That's going to be the T4s, and they're going to be down there. So let's go over and see. We're getting ready for the first quad to start any second now. So we will bring these up. Get some audio going for you guys here. First quad's going to be off the line any minute. It's going to be the 174. This is last year's champion. This is Abdul Aviz. Abdul Aviz is going to be first off the line. Give it about 30 seconds or less, and we're going to have our first quad off the line today. So we will be bringing you guys live coverage all day today. Now, this is the first time that that these rallies have had live coverage, so this is something new. Pretty excited to be bringing it to you guys, with the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge being the first ones to bring you guys live coverage from the rally. We'll have live coverage every day at the start, and then we're going to have hourly updates throughout the rally during each stage. We're going to have live timing for you and such, and then we will have finish line interviews too. And here we go. Just seconds away. And there we go. There's our first quad off the line. So we do have a couple other cameras out there. I will bring these up and we will watch for them on a couple of our other cameras here. We'll see which camera he comes to first. This is the first quad, so we're going to sit here, you and me, and we're going to see which camera they come to first. We have 3 cameras out on course today, 1 at the start and then 2 out on the course. We'll be monitoring all these for you guys throughout the day today. And then next on the line, it's going to be the 115 is going to be the next quad there. So once again, they're going to start every minute today. So the 115 is going to be next. Looks like an entry from Poland here, Merrick. And I apologize ahead of time. I am not going to be very good at saying a lot of these names today. Names are not my stronghold, so if I totally slaughter your name today, I am sorry. I will. I'll work on it. A lot of these names are tough for me to say. And here we go. All right, so that was the second quad off the line today. That was the 115. So the 115 is off the line. So we're still waiting to see quads on these other cameras here. So as soon as we do, I will bring them up. I think we're going to have, let's see, do we see some dust in the distance here? Maybe some dust in the distance there in a minute. So we'll switch back over there in a minute. Let's go back to the start line. So this is going to be our third quad off the line here. This is going to be the 114 next. This is Marcin from Poland also, it looks like. This is the 114 going off next. Marcin. Let's see here. And there we go. All right, so there's the 114 off the line. Still waiting to see our first on-course action, but we should see the 174. Abdul Aviz coming around at one point here. That's one of our cameras there, and then we will go back and look at another camera here. So we're going to have some action out on course for you guys hopefully today. Looks like a couple high-speed sections where those are. So next off the line, this is going to be the 110. It's going to be quad number 110 is going to be 4th off the line. And they're starting every minute today. Hopefully our cell phone coverage holds up there today to bring you guys lots of these shots out there. Thanks to everybody that's helping us with the cameras on course today. But the 110 is going to be next. And then once we get some, there goes the 110. Once we get some finish times for you guys today, I will let you know the finish times as well. So the finish times are going to be coming in on this other screen here. So we'll show you guys. We'll have the live timing for you guys right here. So as soon as they're finished, they will pop up on here. If we have any notes here, we will show you guys those throughout the day too. You can see the local hero there. That's the one we said was first off the line. So he left a 4-time winner and reigning champion. So there you go. He's out on course. That it was the 174, Abdul Aviz. Let's go back to the start line. We're going to have another quad there. Let's see. Here we go. It should be the 103. So the 103 is going to be next off the line. So Lithuania, from Lithuania. Antinos. There we go. All right, that was going to be our last quad off the line. So we have our 5 quads. They've all taken the start. So 5 quads there. Looks like we had some dust come by here. Still waiting to see someone on this other camera here. Looks like they're getting ready. There we go. Here comes a quad. Looks like that's on a left-hand corner there. Get a little roost. Here comes another quad right behind him. Oh, wow. Okay. So those two, that quad that was there already made up almost a minute on whoever was in front there. And so that one, they're already stacked up. Wow. So look at that. We got some action going on already. They started 1 minute apart, but you can see clearly those 3 quads right there were only a couple seconds apart. So that last quad really made up a lot of time on that first rider so far, just in the prologue today. Go back to the start, and here goes our first bike. This is going to be the number 94, headed off the start. Here goes the 94, and then we had some more action out on course here. So 94 off the line. Next is going to be at the line, let's see, we got the 88. Thomas Childs next from Great Britain. It's going to be going off the line, the 88. We're still watching out here on course. We're going to have another corner coming here. There we go. All right, some more quad action coming through. That's actually going to be an interesting corner when we get the cars a little bit later. If they're carrying a lot of speed in that corner, that's a hard 90 left right there. So they're really going to have to check up for that corner. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody blows that corner a little bit later. So here's our next bike off the line. This should be the 88. Once again, these are starting 1 minute apart today for the prologue. And there we go. All right, we're watching for some more action out on course. Next on the line is going to be the 86. This is Martin Chemliers from Australia. The Australian rider going to be next to start the prologue today. The number 86. Get a couple different views for you guys going here. It's hard to see when they're coming quite at the camera because they come at it right when they go by it. So we'll try to keep a couple of these views open for you guys. This is Martin and the 86 getting ready to take off. There he goes. The 86 is off the line. All right. The next on the line, and there's some action out on course there. Making a hard left. All right. We're going to have the 83. Madrid on the 83. On the Cove 450 rally bike. There he is. There's the 83 getting ready to start. So sometimes today, You might not want to actually get first today. A lot of people go out and they might be qualifying a little slower on purpose, because if you start first in these rallies, it's really tough. I know just from watching over the past years, usually whoever starts first does not usually win that stage. So it's kind of a cat and mouse game, and it's a little bit of a disadvantage sometimes to be starting first and have to break the trail, especially in the dunes when there's not any lines in front of you. Where if you start back a little ways, it's definitely an advantage. You get to follow the lines in front of you guys. So there goes the 83. That one was going to be our 9th bike off the line there. So 10th off the line, we have the 82. This is Craig Sears from Great Britain, it looks like. This is the 82. Next bike to start. I'm keeping an eye on the timer for you guys too. As soon as we see some finish times, we will let you know. It's a 14 kilometers, what we had on our notes here. 14 kilometer day. Oh, had a little, the guy almost lost it there in the corner. Had a little spin out, but he saved it. Still going. Here goes the 82, going to be next off the line. All right, so that was Craig Sears there. Searless. We're going to have the 81. The number 81 bike is going to be next. It's Alessandro from France on another Husqvarna 450 rally bike. Number 81. Oh, there's some action there. Missed it for you guys. Go back to the start. So this is the 81 Alessandro Mendoza from France. French rider's getting ready to take off and get his qualifying time in. There we go. Number 80 is off the line. It's our 12th rider off. Next, we're going to have the 61. Turn a couple of these cameras back on for you. So the 61 is going to be next. Actually, that looks like a different number. Let's see what we have on here. Is it maybe the 60? Little different start order here than what we had. That might be the 60 there. If it is, it's going to be Robert from Poland, it looks like. Let's see if we get a number on the bike for you guys in a second here. Yeah, it looks like the 60 there. Was that the 80? Well, it was either the 60 or the 80, right? In the middle there, you see a bike going across. There's the 61. Okay, so that was the 80. So now we're at the 61. So this is going to be Marcin from Poland here. So Marcin on in the 61, another Husqvarna 450 rally bike. So 61 going off the line. These bikes are starting 1 minute apart today to get their time. All right, the number 60 is off the line. Means next it should be the 59, Tony from Germany. Oh, it's the 60 there. All right, so Robert, another Polish rider here. you can see out on course, everybody's having a little bit of trouble with this one. It's a hard right there. They come from the right side of the screen and then they make a hard 90 right onto that kind of graded road that you see in the middle there. Seen a few people kind of check up there and try to figure out which way to go. Back at the start, this is the number 60 about to take off. Robert from Poland. Now we should have the 59. This has got to be the 59 coming up. It's going to be Tony. Looks like, yep. Tony Schott from Germany in the 59. This is a KTM 450. Get a couple of their views for you guys here. Still haven't got any finish times yet. As soon as we do, we'll let you guys know. All right, back at the start. This should be the 58. We got Philip from Germany on riding the bike number 58. This is another KTM 450. All right, he's giving us a wave. He's ready to go. There we go. He's off the line. All right, so Philip on the 58. Next should be the 57. Here we go. Here's the 57. This is Hamdan from the UAE, one of the local rider there. Another KTM 450, number 57. From the UAE. In the R2 category. R2 category is what most of these riders are in today. There we go. All right, we just had a rider below the turn. I saw they actually went straight right there, and then they were able to correct and keep going. So this is definitely a tricky corner right here. They're coming in from the right side. They got to check way up for that road and then go hard 90 right. So that corner is catching a couple people out there today. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the day. Back at the start, we have the 56. This is going to be Jason Jocelyn from Great Britain here. Going to be next off the line, riding a Gas 450, RX 450F. Number 56. This is going to be our 18th bike and quad off the line so far. All right, as we watch our next rider come up to the line, it's going to be the number 53. This is Edvard. I think it's from Lithuania, I believe that is. The 53. We do have some times coming in, so let's go over here real quick and show you guys times. So far we have a couple quads. We got a quad at the top there. The is in with a 9:57, the number 110. Number 110, Gaetan Martinez there from France is in with a 9:57, fastest time so far. We got the Child's entry in the 88 is in with the fastest bike time of 27 seconds slower than that one. So 27 seconds behind there. And then let's go back over to get you guys back over to the start. That's a little bit faster start there. He's going for it. So that was the 53 there, Edbird. Next, we're going to be down to the 52. Makes it nice that the numbers are basically in order now, it looks like, for the rest of the way here. Well, pretty much at least. So the 52 is going to be next. All right, so we're down to the 51. Next bike off the line is going to be the 51. Bike number 50. We got Marcus here from Germany. Going to be next, 51. He's on a Husqvarna FR450 rally bike. There he goes. All right, so that was the number 51, Marcus from Germany. Next, we're going to have the number 50. So number 50, we got Keys from the Netherlands, it looks like. They're going to be number 50. Got a couple bikes on the left side there. You can see they caught back up to each other too. So some of these guys with the minute start are catching up to the bike in front of them. All right, so number 50. Off the line. We're down to number 49. This is Blaze Pog from number 49. Maybe on a Husqvarna FR450 bike as well. All right, number 49 headed off the line. Next coming up to the start is number 48. This is Leonardo Cola from Argentina. Going to be riding a KTM 450. Number 48, Leonardo Cola. All right, as soon as he takes off, we're going to go look at the leaderboard real quick and check out some times. All right, so bringing up the leaderboard, here we go. We still have the 110 is showing as first with 9:57. 10 seconds back, we got the 86, followed by the 88, 82, 83, 80, and the 94. That's a look at your top riders right there so far to come in. Let's see now the actual times are right there. All right, let's get back over to the start. It's going to be the 47. The rider from Spain on a KTM 450 Indigo. Number 47 off the line. All right, number 46. We got Joe Benals from Spain also. All right, next up we have number 45. So this number 45 is going to be Jatlin Jing from IND, Indonesia, I believe that would be. Oh, getting a little loose there on the left. A little loose on the left. All right, we got our other camera back. Let's see if we get some more action for you guys here.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. All right, going to be going off the start. There we go, number 45. Jatsing. All right, next on the start, we have number 44. Right, another KTM 450. Wahid Abdul from Indonesia. Number 44, about to get started. All right, it's coming up to the start next. We have number 43. Going to be Sebastian from Argentina. So number 43 going to be next off the start. Once again, if you guys are just joining us, we are bringing you guys live coverage from the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. Basically all week long. Going to be today is the prologue, and the next 5 days are going to be the 5 stages. We will have updates every day. We'll try to get start line cameras for you. and it should be something new. Pretty cool. There we go, the number 43. Some more bikes going on out there on course. That's a hard 90 right there. We have a camera at a hard 90 right, and the other camera's at a hard 90 left. This left right here. And then we have a rider at the start that's getting ready to go. All right, this is number 41. This is going to be Roy Barbosa from Chile, it looks like. Number 41 on a KTM 450. All right, 10 seconds, he's telling him. Oh, he's really going for it. All right. Number 41 off the start. All right, next up we have the number 40 bike. It's going to be Eduardo Elaine from Argentina on a KTM 450. Number 40 getting ready to go, Eduardo. The guy out on course there is not quite sure which way to go. Then they make a hard 90 right, and they're off. All right, get a little action out on course there. Then we go back to the start. Should be the number 39 here. We got Andro from Chile as well, it looks like, on a KTM 450 rally. Number 39. There they go, about to start. All right, number 39 is off. Number 38, he wants to start over on the side. Everybody kind of doesn't want to start in the same groove that everyone else made, right? It's kind of smart there, moving over to the side. Make your own groove. Get a little bit more traction. So 38. It's going to be from Italy. I believe it looks like a Husqvarna FR450 rally. Seconds. 10 seconds, and the number 38 will be off the line. All right, there we go. We got some action over here. Looks like they moved on the outside of the corner for us. We'll be able to get a little bit of a different view there. So that's, once again, that's that hard 90 right that we're looking at there. Caught a few people out so far. And then back over at the start, we have our next bike there, getting ready to go off. It's going to be the 37, it looks like. So 37, Mattia Riva from Italy on KTM 450. It's going to be next off the line in the 37. 10 seconds. All right, 37 is off the line, Mattia Riva. Let's go over and take a look at some of the standings again now. So we have some movement here in the standings. You can see that we now have the 53 has the new fast time of the 9 with a 9:23. We got the 58 North Squad here with the 9:51 in second. Number 59 is going to be in third now with a 9:54, and you can see there's one quad. The quad is now bumped back, so the quad is now the fourth quickest time of the day back here, but quite a bit quicker than the other quads so far with a bunch mixed in. But that's a look at your top results so far. And let's go back over to the start, where we're about to see number 36 take off. It's going to be Ricardo from Spain, Ricardo Lastra. Going to be on a Husqvarna. All right, so some of you guys are just joining. I see some questions in the chat on when some of the other people are going. Right now, we have the bikes going right now, and then after the bikes, we're going to have the cars. So we are about halfway through the bikes right now. Actually, more than that. We're about 3/4 of the way through the bikes. As soon as the bikes are done, the cars will be going next. So you did not miss the cars yet. If you just joined, they will be coming next. But on the line right now, we have number 35. This is going to be Pedro from Portugal. It looks like on a Husqvarna as well. So number 35, Pedro, here he goes. All right, he's off the line. Number 35. We got about 15 bikes left or so. 15 to 17 bikes left to go, including the GP bikes coming up. So we have some of the top bikes, some of the fastest bikes out there will be coming up at the end here. So stay tuned if you're just joining us. You did not miss them yet either. This is number 34 right here. It's going to be Martim from Portugal. Martim Ventura. Once again on a Husqvarna 450. Seconds, and the number 34 will be off the line with Martim, headed out to the desert. All right, off the line. All right, next we have the 33 coming up. This is Alex. This is another one of a local there. It's from Great Britain is what is listed on here, but it lives in the UAE, I believe. One of the local favorites down there. There we go on the number 33, Alex. Oh, we got a rider a little bit lost in the middle there. All right, looks like they got back on course in the middle there. Someone got offline for a minute, but they were able to get back on, find their way. It's that one corner. It's been a little tricky for a lot of people we've seen today. Good to see them go again. Got back on course, though. At the start, we're over at number 32. It'll be one of the Gas 450 bikes there. Is it Honda? On the 32 coming up next. Another one off course in the middle. Oh, got on it though. Was able to make the turn. All right, this is number 32. 10 seconds. Going to be starting off. All right, and we have a new fast time. It looks like over here on the board we have the number 41 there is in Barbosa is in the top spot there with a 7:54, so quite a bit faster than the other one. These are all unofficial times, of course. These are going to have to be double checked with everything that they do to check them over, but this is our live timing that we're getting right now. So 7:54, new time at the top of the board there. Be interesting to see if that time holds up. That's quite a bit faster than the other ones so far. All right, back at the start. It's going to be number 31 here. Roberto from Mexico here. Going to be on a Husqvarna 450. Roberto Eduardo. Number 30 lining up at the start now. So we got David Brock from Australia, one of the Australian riders on a KTM 450. See if we can catch some action out on course as well. So next off the line, this is David Brock on the number 30. You can see out on course here, coming into a hard right here, this rider. You got to check up, make a hard 90 right, get back on course, and they're good to go. All right, there goes the 30 off the line. David Brock from Australia. Next up should be the 29 Ludwig Massage from France. Massager. Got a Husqvarna 450 coming up. And yes, this is live if you guys are just tuned in right now. So over here in the US, it is 11:40 p.m., but it is 11:40 a.m. over where the rally's going on in El Ain, outside of Abu Dhabi, in the UAE. This is the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge 2025. This is the prologue. This is basically your qualifier for the next 5 days of rally. And there goes the 29 with Ludwig on it. Up next should be the 99. So we're bouncing numbers around a little bit here. So it's going to be the 99 Justin Gerlach from Germany, it looks like. It's going to be a KTM 450. And we're almost through with our bikes. We probably have about 10 bikes left or so, and then we'll be moving on to the cars. So stay tuned if you guys are looking for the cars. You did not miss them yet. They will be coming up after the bikes. These bikes are starting 1 minute apart. Once we get down to the next class, this is all the R2s. Once we get to the GP class, they will be starting 2 minutes apart. We'll have a little bit longer split times then, and we can look at the leaderboard a little bit better. All right, 99 is off the line. All right, next up should be the 26, according to our list here. Let's see, is that the 26 lined up there? Gonna be Conrad from Poland, it looks like. Looks like a 26 on the bike. So Conrad Drabowski riding a KTM 450. '26 Conrad getting ready to qualify for the 2025 Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. And Conrad is off the line. All right, another one in the R2 class coming up should be the number 22. It's going to be the 22. You got Michael from Russia here, it looks like, on a Husqvarna 450. Michael Doherty. Number 22. We have exactly 10 bikes left on our list after this, and then we will be into the quads, or into the cars. Quads already went earlier. Quads were first, the bikes go in second, and then the cars are going to go next, followed by the UTVs, or the SSVs as they're called over here. All right, there goes Michael on the 22. And we have 2 more bikes in the R2 class, and then we're going to be on to the GP class. So next we have Tobias, number 96, second to last in the R2 class here. The KTM 450. Maybe Tobias. All right, got our next bike pulling up to the line here. Should be the 73, I believe. So the 73, Edgar from Spain. Oh, there we go. That's a fast bike on the right there. That's one of the faster ones we've seen so far. All right, so 73. Lining up, getting ready to go. Edgar. And he's off the line. All right, let's go look at some of our times. So our times are still holding up there. And yeah, we're getting a little bit closer though. Look, the 7:54, the second place is now an 8:02. So definitely close the gap a little bit. So these two guys are quite a bit faster, almost a minute faster than third place right now at this point. But we have the number 41, Rabosa still in first. We got Ventura in second and the 34, and then the 39. Corla is in third right now with an 8:51. And then we still have a few more bikes going. So we'll head back over to the start line and watch the remainder of our bikes. Next off the line should be the GP class. So they're just resetting right now. And then we're going to get into our GP class. So we'll be seeing the GP class come off the line pretty soon. So I'll scroll down a little bit here. You can see our first quad is currently 12th overall, but that's the first quad right there. And then if we expand this down a little bit more for you, we can go back up and find the, let's see, first quad was in, what we see, 12th is the first quad right there. So those are all the R2 class. So the R2 class is either done or in, or out on course right now. So the GP is going to be next. So here we go. These are going to be the fast bikes. We'll bring that back up for you guys and head back over to the start line. So here we go. All right. Number 1. So this is Ross Branch right here from Botswana. So Ross Branch is on the Hero 450. He's going to be starting in just a couple minutes. They give him a bit of a gap here. They're actually going to give him 5-minute gap. So 5-minute gap, and then he's going to start. So what we can do is we can go back over here. And yeah, here, let's turn that back on for you guys. All right. So here's a look at the top leaderboard. We'll kind of leave the leaderboard here for a minute and see if anybody jumps back up. This is live, so that's pretty cool. Actually, let's go down and let's look at the bottom for a second and check out the notes here. So it says, keep an eye on Michael Doherty. He's one of the Rally 2 riders who prevailed. So he's from South Africa. He won the prologue and stage 1 of the 2023 Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. So very cool. He also claimed first stage last season. Recently picked up 2 specials in the Dakar. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on him throughout this rally. Then we got some quad notes here. A couple more notes for you guys down here. And all this stuff is on the website if you're wondering where we're looking at this. It's pretty cool. It's got the notes down there, and then it's got the live timing right up here. It's just a couple minute delayed from when they finish, and then their time pops up on here. But that can kind of get an idea. So far, we have over about 50 bikes going to be coming in. But right now, it is Barbosa still sitting at the top. It is a 7:54.7 is still your fast time. Now, we will see with these GP bikes coming up. We'll see what kind of times they get. I'm expecting to see some pretty fast times coming out of the GP class. They're your top riders. And you got quite a few names in here. Just looking at the, let's see, we can pull up the list here. So here's the starting order. So we're through with all the R2. So that means Ross Branch right here in the number 1 is going to be your next bike off at 11:51. That's in about 2 minutes. Then we're going to have the, we got Jose here, going to go at 11:53. We got Skylar, 11:55, Skylar Howes from the US. And then we have Ricky Brabeck. Right behind him, his teammate on the Monster Energy Honda team, also from the US. And we got Luciano at 11:59. We got Adrian, another one of the Honda team riders, is going to go at 12:01. We got Tasha at 12:03. And then our final bike is going to be Daniel Sanders from Australia. He's going to be going off at 12:05. So then following him, we will, I'll try to find out if there's going to be a little bit of a break. I'm going to get clarification on that for you guys, or if the cars are going to start right after Daniel does. Probably about a 5-minute gap, I guess, but I will clarify that for you. So we're getting ready. Fired it back up. It's just going to be about a minute or so until he gets started. So let's go back over to the start. Our first GP bike off. It's going to be Ross Branch. We'll be leaving the start line with that number 1 plate. And there we go. Ross is off the line. So last year in this race, Ross was finished 4th in 2024. In 2023, he finished 5th. And in 2022, he finished 13th. So he's definitely looking to move his way up. He's getting better every year, from 13th to 5th to 4th. So this year, he's going to look to do better than that 4th place that he finished last year. So next on the line, we have Jose on the number 11, part of the Hero 450 team as well here. Number 11. I'm going to be next offline. Now, these are 2-minute gaps, like we mentioned. So 2 minutes in between each of the starts here for these riders. Let's see how he did last year here. Did not race this one last year. In 2023, it looks like he finished 4th in this event. In 2022, he finished 7th. So he will be looking to come back this year and do better than his 4th place finish that he got in 2023. He'll be off the line in about 30 seconds or less here. All right, got to get himself psyched up. He's ready to go. Gonna hit yourself on the head, clap your hands a couple times, and get ready. So Jose is about to take off the line. Number 11, Hero 450. All right, there we go. Another camera back on out on the course. We'll see if when we see some of these guys come by pretty soon. So next coming up to the line is going to be number 10, and this is going to be Skylar Howes coming up next. So Skylar from the US, very fast rider. I don't believe Skylar has raced this race before. He may have. I don't have his results in front of me, though. Skylar, part of the Monster Energy Honda team from the U.S. And then Ricky Brabeck. Once again, 2-minute gaps here for the GP class. A couple bikes left. We got about 6 bikes left, 6 or 7 bikes after him, and then we will be moving into the cars. All right, so Skylar Howes getting ready to start. Had a really good run in the Dakar this year, just a couple months ago, or just about a month ago. Here we go, 10 seconds, and Skylar will be off the line. All right, so Skylar off the line there, and the number 10. That means next up is going to be his teammate, Ricky Brabeck, 2-time Dakar champion. Ricky Brabeck coming up. Going to be number 9. Number 9, Ricky Brabeck. So Ricky did not race this race last year. He did race it in 2023. He finished 7th. In 2022, Ricky finished 2nd at this race. And then in 2018, he finished 6th. His first time ever doing it was 2015, and he finished 5th. So the best that he has finished so far would be his 2nd place finish in 2022. So he's looking to move up 1 spot and see if he can come up on the top of the podium this year. Just watched his teammate go off right before him. Now Ricky's getting ready. He'll be leaving the line 2 minutes after Skylar did. And we have 4 bikes after Ricky left. Oh, it looked like that was Skylar at the top up there, and maybe got offline for a second and got back on. He blew straight across that that turn right there as well. So a lot of guys on the left side there, you see they come in from the left and they go straight across where that little sign is with the cone on it. And you got to make a hard 90 right there. But they're coming in so hot that they actually blow past the cone, and then they have to make a bit of a U-turn to get back on course there. Kind of interesting. So here goes Ricky. All right, Ricky Brabeck off the line. So coming up next, we should have Luciano on the number 77 KTM 450 coming to the line. So in 2023, he got 2nd place at this race. So he's looking to step that up 1 spot. We got 9th place in 2022 at this rally. Did not race it in 2024, and he's back in 2025. Luciano from Argentina on a KTM 450. Oh, you can see Ricky just blew that turn too, I think, over there. You're going to see him coming around from the right side of the screen here in a second. Let's see, where'd he go? He's got to come back. Ooh, haven't seen him come back by yet. You're going to see him come from the right to the left any second here, but I haven't seen him come back by. We'll keep watching there. We got Luciano's about to go off the start, though. Oh, doing a bit of a wheelie off the start there. All right, putting on a show. So if whoever that was that went by this cone a minute ago, I did not see them turn around and come back yet. I think that may have been Ricky Braybeck, because I think Skylar Howes did the same thing right before him. I did not see him come back on this screen, so unless they went around the camera here and got back on course behind the camera, which is totally possible. So kind of interesting. We'll see what his time is. See if it reflects that at all. All right, coming up to the line next, we have the 42. This is Adrian from the Honda 450. Another one of Skylar and Ricky's teammates here. Monster Energy Honda HRC team. He raced this race in 2023, and he was first, actually, is what it says here on the notes. So he won this race in 2023. Looking to repeat that this year. He did not race last year. You can see there goes a different bike on the left side there. So I did not, whoever that was blew that corner for sure, because I did not see them come back by. It's kind of interesting. We'll have to find out who it was for sure. But number 42, Adrian, getting ready to take off the line. All right, and there goes Adrian off the line. So we do have some other times coming in now. Look at this. We have Branch has now jumped up to the top. No surprise there. So we have the GP bikes now taking 2 of the top spots. So 7:09 is going to be fastest now. And then we have the second place, Jose, here is a 7:31. So about 20 seconds slower there. So new change at the top there. Headed back over to the start. This will be Tosha on the number 68. Yes, it is the number 68 there. So number 68, this is the second to last bike off the line. Only one more bike after this, and then we're all done with the bikes and the quads, and we will be moving on to the cars. So number 68, Tosha from Spain, riding a Honda 450. Once again on the Monster Energy Honda team. All right, there we go. Number 68 off the line, Tosha. We do have some more finishers coming in over here. So we have Branch is still at the top. Ross Branch there. But look at number 2 now. We got a lead or a second change there. So Skylar Howes into second place, currently 3 seconds behind Ross Branch there. So it's going to be interesting to see if Ricky Brabeck, what his time is, and if that was him that possibly went around on that one corner and lost a little bit of time. We'll see. We'll see what the standings are once Ricky comes in. Ricky has not finished yet. We don't have a time for him yet, but he should be popping up soon because we know that Skylar Howes started right before him, and we just got a time for him. So we will definitely keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on the start line. That is our last bike. That is Daniel Sanders there from Australia, about ready to go off on his KTM 450. He will be our last bike rider to go off the line. And we're still waiting for Ricky Brabeck's time to come in because we want to see what that was. So wait for Ricky to pop up on here. While we wait for Daniel Saunders to start. There goes a bike down to the bottom there. Be our last bike off the line any minute here. Then it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a gap until the cars come, so I'll try to get clarification for you guys on what time exactly the cars are starting. It shouldn't be too long. My guess is maybe a 5-minute gap, but I will try and clarify. So here goes our last bike off the line, Daniel Sanders from Australia. All right, that is it for our bikes. And there we go. All right, that answers our question there. Ricky Brabeck, that corner might not have been him that went by it because he just went to the top. So Ricky Brabeck, new leader in the bikes, 706.4. New leader, followed by Ross Branch there in second, 709. Skylar Howes in third with a 712. You got Jose in fourth with a 731. So you got 4 of the GP bikes at the top, kind of as we expect. The GPs are up there. That's why those guys went last, and that's why those guys are the fastest guys, so they go towards the end. So now we're just going to wait for a couple more finishers. There is still some of those bikes out on course. Obviously, we just saw a few of them go, but let's see if we can see some more come by here. And I will try and clarify on what time our first car is going to start. I don't see one lined up at the start yet, but we will stay here with you guys, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so some of the bikes are going by that camera is the one that we saw. It looked like Ricky went behind earlier, so they must go right behind the camera where that one's at on the line there. So while we're waiting, all right, and we have another lead change. So look at that. There we go. All right, we have the number 77 has now taken the top spot with a 657. So 657 for the number 77. So we have the first 5 are the GP bikes. We got a KTM first, Honda, and Hero. 1, 2, 3. The different brands mixed up there at the top. And that's the end of our bike prologue today. Still a couple of riders out on course. We know that the last one to go is Daniel Sanders, so we expect his time will be somewhere up here in these guys' area at the top of the leaderboard. So once he finishes, looks like we have 3 more people to finish right now. The last one right here, Luciano, who's now at the top, was the 4th from the end. So there's 3 bikes after that that should pop up on here. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the cars to get lined up at the start. So we'll keep you guys posted as we watch the leaderboard here. Let's go down and look at the notes, see if we got any new notes coming up. Yeah, so we have Nasser Al Attiyah versus Al Raji here. Yazid. That's always a good one, Yazid. And they're actually going to be our first two qualifiers too. Those guys are lined up to go 1 and 2, our first qualifiers. So that'll be interesting. So the W2RC standings, you see right here, it says Nasser Al Attiyah is in third, 22 points behind the leader, Yazid. So the second place one's not racing this race, so that means that it's going to be Yazid versus Nasser, and whoever finishes higher at this rally will most likely jump into the top spot for the in the championship for the rest of the year. So let's see, what else do we have? So Yazid claimed his first ever W2RC round victory here in 2023. So that was 2 years ago. And let's see, who else? So the Rally 2 bikes, there you go. So the in that category, it was Michael Doherty there that took the time with a time of 7:33. So that's going to be your top one in that category, in the R2 category. And then we're still waiting for a couple of the GP bikes to finish before we can get a final time for those guys. So let's look there. Let's go back up at the board and see. All right, we have more here. All right, we got Adrian here is in. Let me go look at my list, see how many we have left at the end there. So Adrian was third from the end. He's currently sitting in the 7th spot right now. So that means that we have Tosha and Daniel are the only other two that are out on course right now. So let's see. We got some of the cars here. You can see the cars are getting lined up. They're getting ready to go. So we will be bringing you guys more action once the cars get going on course. Going to be a few minutes until they start. Trying to get clarification on exactly what time they start at, but we will let you guys know. See, it looks like that is Nasser right there on the left, and then Yazid was lined up there. We got Mitch Guthrie up there in his Raptor. And it's a 20-minute gap from the last bike going until the first car starts. So the last bike left at 12:05, so that means at 12:25. So we have about 15 minutes until the bike's going to go, or until the first car is going to go. So we can see here, walking around a little bit. Actually, is that Mitch over there? Or which car is that? Let's see. Is that Mitch right there?
Yes.
You walk up to him real quick. We'll yell at Mitch. Hey, Mitch, what are you doing over there?
I'm watching YouTube.
You're watching yourself.
I'm watching myself now. It's a little behind, but
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm talking to you right now.
I know. How are you doing? How's it going over there?
I'm good. It's going good. It's a little warm out here, but overall it's nice. Prologue starting soon. It's a quick one, so for the people back home, it's basically qualifying. So 11 kilometers, 6 miles. In this type of prologue, it's just flat out. You go as fast as you can and see where you end up. So we try and get a good finish today. See where we're at for tomorrow.
Yeah, that was one of the questions that some of the people had. What is the course like today? Is there any sand, or is it mostly just gravel road today, or what's the course look like?
Yeah, so I mean the whole rally's dunes, but the course today for Prologue is all gravel. So it's like fast gravel roads with some rivers, ditches, all that stuff. Oh, here's my fellow American. Is that Fish?
Hey, what's
buddy.
going on, Seth? How are you guys doing?
Oh, look, it's Kellen too.
Oh, come on, American.
Oh, Kellen
I got you
too.
ready too. Okay, I actually have to put my gear on apparently.
Okay, good luck.
But
Have
Fish,
fun.
good to see you. We're gonna talk to you a lot throughout the week.
All right, good luck. Go get it done.
All right, thanks.
All right, so that was the look there over at Mitch there, and they're getting ready to go. We got about 10 minutes until the first car is going to start today for you guys. It's going to be Nasser, or it's going to be Yazid is going to be first off the line, and then Nasser is going to be second. So we have 20 T1 plus trucks entered today. You can see these are some of the Toyotas here. Good mix of different cars here. You got some of the Minis, some of the Toyotas, got some of the Fords, some of the Dacias. While we're watching the grid walk there, I'm going to pull up the times for you guys once again. Okay, we have a new leader here. So we got Tosha took the top spot with a 6:53. So 6:53 for Tosha there at the top. Daniel Sanders is in 5th place with a 7:10. So that is the last of our bike finishers. So all of our bikes have finished so far. So the bikes are clear of the course, and the cars are going to be starting in just about, was that about 9 or 10 minutes? At about 12:25, it looked like, is when we're going to start the cars. Cool little grid walk for you guys here, showing you all the different cars lined up, getting ready to go. Now, these cars are going to start one, I'll have to get the gap for you guys. All right, so if you're just joining us, this is the 2025 Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. Today is the prologue day qualifying. We had the quads go first. They went off the line a little bit ago. Then we had the bikes follow them, and now we're getting the cars lined up, and the cars are going to be going next. Going to be starting in just about 8 minutes or so. First car off the line is going to be Yazid El Raji. Cars will be going off the line one every minute, so just 1 minute gap between them. That's a little warm up there. They're going to check their trackers, make sure everything's working, and then they go up to the start line. Let's look at Mitch Guthrie. We just talked to Mitch a minute ago. He said the course is very fast today. It's all gravel road. There's no sand today. So pretty much you got to go for it today. Going to be a little bit of loose out there, not too much grip. Some of those corners that we saw the bikes on earlier, it's going to be interesting to see how these cars do. There's a couple hard 90s out there. There's a hard 90 left and then a hard 90 right where we had cameras earlier. So it's going to be interesting to see how the cars are able to do coming into that with some speed. These are mostly four-wheel drive vehicles, so that definitely helps. The T1 Plus class runs 37-inch tires now, so a little bit different than in the years past. Our fastest bike did the course in 6 minutes and 53 seconds. That was Tosho on his Honda. He's going to be in first. So 6:53. We'll see where the cars come in. What do you guys think? Is the cars going to be faster? You guys watching this? Car's going to be faster or the bike's going to be faster? I think the cars might be a little faster on the gravel stuff. We'll see. They get a little bit more grip. They got 4 wheels spinning instead of the bikes just have 1. We'll see though. A little heavier. Takes longer to slow down for the corners. Got a little bit of everything. We have Fords out here. We got Toyotas. We got Minis. We got the Dacia be our T1s, and then we will move into the smaller vehicles. We're going to have the T3s, which is the Challenger class, and then we're going to have the T4s, which is the SSV, or as we call them, UTVs. That's going to be the last class to go today. We have a total of 48 between those classes that are going to go today. So they go 1 every minute. It's going to take about 48 minutes once they start going, and we're just about 5 minutes away from the start. Can bring up the leaderboard again while we're waiting for the start in just a couple minutes. You can see pretty much all the GP bikes are stacked up at the top here. Let's scroll down it slow for you guys. First R2 is right there in 8th position. First quad is right there in the 26th position. And it looks like they may have just started, so they may have started a little bit earlier than I thought. No big deal. All right, so the first car that left the line was Yazid. That means next up is going to be Nasser Al-Attiyah in his Dacia. The T1 Plus category. These cars are going to be fast. Yeah, you can see how fast those things are off the start. They get a lot of grip. All right, we got a couple other cameras on course there, so we'll turn these back on for you guys. See, here comes Yazid right here. Oh, went right around the camera. Perfect. All right. That was Yazid going by. And there's the helicopter. So next on the start, this is going to be Matthias Ekstrom here in one of the Ford Raptors, Ford M Sport program. Looks like they're going to move that one camera. That was a little bit close. All right, so this is Matthias here about to take off. All right, we're going to watch this camera. This should be Nasser coming by. I think I got the order down. So Nasser should be coming by this camera any minute here. Here he comes. Here comes Nasser Al-Attiyah. He's on the inside. All right. And then once Nasser comes by, he'll be at this camera next. Meanwhile, on the start line, we have Mitch Guthrie, who we just talked to a minute ago. This is going to be the 228. Mitch Guthrie also in one of the Ford Raptors, Ford M Sport. I'm going to be going off the line in a second. There's Nasser. Oh, you see him come by real quick. So that's a real quick camera shot there. We got to be fast on that one. So here goes Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh, both from the U.S., both off-road racers over here. Do a lot of racing of all different kinds over here in Baja and in the U.S. All right, that was Mitch Guthrie there. So we got our next car coming in here. This should be Matthias Ekstrom here in the other Ford Raptor. There he comes. See, they're really hauling some speed through that section. That's a pretty cool shot right there. All right, that was awesome. All right, next we're going to have Seth Quintero. He's going to be going off the line. So Seth Quintero in his Toyota Gazoo. Then on the left, you're going to see Matthias Ekstrom come by real quick. And there he goes. It's just a real quick camera shot there. It's on the inside of the turn. All right, here goes Seth Quintero off the line from the U.S. All right, Seth off the line. That means next we should see Mitch coming by this camera right here any second. I see the dust coming on the left over there. So here comes Mitch Guthrie. He's going to be coming through here, making a hard right. There he comes. Oh, he's inside. All right. That's the furthest inside we've seen yet. So Mitch definitely on that one. We'll see him come by this corner real quick, and then we'll go back to the start line in a second. On the start line next is going to be the 205 Juan Cruz, another Toyota Hilux Overdrive racing program. There we go. That was Mitch Guthrie right there. Here we go, Juan Cruz going off the start in the 205. All right, that means that Seth Quintero should be coming by here next. So here comes Seth Quintero in the distance there. There goes Seth Quintero also on the inside. All right, so that means Seth is going to be coming to this one next. He's going to make a hard left here. We got Joao at the start in the 240. Here comes Seth. That was Seth we just saw go by there. Back to the start in the 240. We got Joao here from Portugal in the Mini. This is the first Mini off the line. So this is going to be Juan Cruz right here. And into the hard right, hard 90 right. And they're going to come to this hard 90 left here. Meanwhile, on the line lining up, we have Lucas Morales and another Toyota Gazoo Hilux lining up. We'll get to the start in just a second. Here goes Lucas in the 203. All right, that was Lucas in the 203 starting. So this is Joao here coming in the 240. Going to make the hard 90 right there. In the Mini. All right, lining up next at the start, we are going to have Sebastian Loeb. So Sebastian Loeb in his Dacia is going to be at the start next. We're going to watch this hard left here. It's going to be Lucas coming through the hard left. There he is. All right. Then here's Sebastian Loeb here. Getting ready, 10 seconds. Going to take off in his Dacia. See what he can do. One of the best drivers in the world right here, Sebastian Loeb. And those things really get some grip and take off the start, huh? Which is pretty amazing. how much grip they can get. This is going to be Lucas coming to make a hard 90 right here in his Toyota. There it is, hard 90 right. They really throw those things in the corner. It's pretty cool how these cars stick in the corners. You just throw it in and give it gas, and that all-wheel drive just pulls it right through the corner. We have another one of the X-Raid Mini team at the start in number 222. That was Lucas right there. Here goes the 222 next. All right, 222. Here comes Sebastian Loeb. This is going to be Sebastian Loeb making the hard right-hander right here. You see the dust in the distance. Here he comes over the hill. This is Sebastian Loeb making the hard right. His Dacia. And then we'll see Sebastian Loeb coming through this hard left in just a second, and we'll get back to the start. Meanwhile, over the start, we have Martin lining up in one of the Ford Raptors. Martin. Here comes Sebastian Loeb. Oh, a little outside the corner there. Kind of blew through the corner a little bit. Then we got Martin right here. Ford Raptor RS Cross Country. 221. 221 off the line. This should be one of the minis coming through here in a minute. The hard right there. And then we'll see him in the hard left. And then lining up on the line, we got another Toyota. Sayud. And then making the hard left. This should be the 218. Sayud. Another Toyota Gazoo Racing team. All right, this should be the Ford Raptor coming in here to the hard right. It's going to be Martin. Martin through the hard right clean. Let's see how he comes into the hard left here. You can kind of see there's an inside line, and then we saw Sebastian Loeb kind of drifted it to the outside line there. We'll see how Martin does when he comes in. Oh, came in really hot. Really hot. Blew right through the corner there. That was the hottest one we've seen come in yet. All right, this is Daniel. It's just Dennis. It's Dennis right here. This should be the 217, I believe. Yes, Dennis, and the 217, another one of the Toyota Overdrive Racing team members. Back out to the hard right. Looking fast there. They're going to be coming into the hard left after that. Then on the line, we're going to have Daniel. Oh, look good. That's a good line right there. That looked fast. Came in clean. All right, back at the start, we have the 242. This is going to be Daniel. The Volkswagen. All right, back out to the hard right. Oh, it looks like they're moving around. There we come. All right, new angle for you guys on the hard right. Got a little bit closer there. Perfect. You can see the cars go through there, then they go down the straightaway, and then they come into this hard left. The last car we just saw come through here was definitely one of the fastest ones through this corner yet. Came in on a really good line, came in kind of high, cut low, and went right through it. Next on the line is the 213, the Eric. All right, here goes the 213 of Eric. That was another one of the Overdrive Racing Toyota team. Oh, looking fast again through the corner right there. That was another really good one. All right, back on the line. This should be the 214. Another Toyota here. We got Mark for Poland. Going to be lined up, ready to go. All right, the 214 is off the line. Coming into the hard right here. Oh, get a little squirrely. See how they do in the hard left. Meanwhile, coming up to the line is going to be the 208, I believe, should be the next car. Oh, that looked good again. Looked fast again. I like that corner. That's a fun corner. All right, this is going to be the 208. A Ford F-150. .208 off the line. We got a few of our T1 Plus trucks left still. Got about four or five to go. And then we will move into a two-wheel drive, and then we'll get into the T3 category, the Challenger class.
No, it's okay. This car is okay, but the next one I need to be here if you don't mind. Okay? Thank you very much.
It's okay.
All right, this is the 209. That was the 209 right there. 209 just went off the line. I think that's going to be the 208 going by there. You're going to see how they come through the hard left here. And then coming up to the start is going to be the 210. All right, here we go. Here is the 210. It's Elia Kolak. And Elia Kolak is off the line. Yeah, one more T1 Plus car going to be off the line. It's going to be the 211, and that's going to be the end of the T1 Plus category. All right, here's our final T1 Plus car. This is going to be the 211. We got Guy David right here. And the last Toyota Gazoo Racing T1 Plus off the line. So the next car off the line is going to be our T1.2. It's going to be a two-wheel drive, basically. The two-wheel drive T1 is going to be off the line next. There's only one in that category at this race. Oh, going a little wide there. All right, here we go. Here is the 216. It should be. Here we go. Two-wheel drive off the line. And that is the only two-wheel drive in the T1. Next, we're going to be into the T3, be into the Challenger series when we come back to the start there. Basically a modified SSV car. Custom, can be a custom build. Doesn't have to start from a factory car. All right, so now we're waiting on the next category to come up. All right, so while we're waiting for them, we can go over and we can check on some of the times, because check this out, we have times in. All right, we have Nasser El Attiyah at the top. So Nasser El Attiyah is at the top. He's in with a 623.8. We have the 203. Morales is going to be in second with a 628. In third, we have Sebastian Loeb. So we got the Dacia cars in first and third right now, so 632. We have a Toyota Gazoo Racing. The 218 is fourth. 213 race is fifth. 226. Marcus Ekstrom is going to be sixth. We have Ferreira seventh. We have Yazid is in eighth. We got Seth Quintero is in ninth. And let's see, scroll down a little bit here. We have our first Mini, or no, actually Mini's up here, sorry, in seventh. And we have more cars starting, so let's go back. But that's a look at the top right now. We have Nasser Al Attiyah at the top. And here we go. We're about to get our first Challenger car off the line. Now this is going to be, it should be the 309 Isir sedan. Here we go. Here comes the T3 class. Just waiting on the start here. They probably give him a little bit of a gap. Here we go. Should be 10 seconds. This is, yes, here in the 309, the first of the T3 cars. All right, next up from the NASA Racing team, we have Edward Pons. It's going to be next in the 312. Once again in the T3 category. We have quite a few T3 category cars here. We got about 12 of them or so, 12 or 13 of these. So good class here, the T3 class. Going to be competitive. These are the Taurus T3s here. So it's going to be Edward here in the 312. All right, he's off the line. We'll go back out to some of our remote cameras. This one should be the hard right. So here comes our first. This should be our first T3 car coming into it here. The 309. Yeah, you can see it's really flat. There's not much of a berm there, so that's why a lot of these cars are kind of just sliding through that corner there. There goes our first T3. Watch them come through the left. See how they do in the left-hand corner here. Not too bad, kind of right in the middle of it. All right, our next car off the line is going to be the 301. Nicholas. And there goes Nicholas in the 301 off the line. Another one of the Taurus T3s. This is our second T3 off the line right here, coming into the hard right. All right, and then they're going to come down the straightaway, and then they come into the hard left. And next on the line, we have the 304 in the T3 class is coming up to the line next. Here goes the 304. This is Paul Navarro. Paul Navarro. Another Taurus T3 off the line. All right, let's watch the hard left here. And then we got the 310 is coming up to start next. We Denia. All right, here comes the 310. 310 getting ready to take off the line. Once again in the Taurus T3. Basically a spec class of their own here with all the Tauruses. There we go. Get you guys the right-hand corner coming here. All right, and coming up next on the line is going to be the 305, the Adam Kuss from Poland. Blew the corner a little bit there. Coming in hot. And here goes the 305. 305 headed off the line. Adam. And next off, or coming up to the line, is going to be the 306. Going to be Khalifa Al Attiyah. Once again on the NASA Racing team in a Taurus T3. They are going to be right here in the 306. All right, 306 off the line, Khalifa El Attiyah. All right, 307 getting ready to line up at the line. So we have Mario Franco, going to be in an X-Raid Yamaha YXZ, still in the 3.1 category, the T3. I'm going to be right here in the 307 Yamaha, ready to go offline. Oh, getting up on three wheels there. That was a good one. That NASA car running through there. That's Khalifa El Attiyah there. Looking good, looking fast in that corner. Let's see how they look coming into the left-hand 90 here. Should be coming in any second. Meanwhile, we have the 302 lining up, the G-Raid team, OT3. Here we go. Here's one of the OT3 cars. First one of those we've seen today, in the T3 category still. It's the 302. We got Puck Clausen off the line in the OT3. Oh, the Yamaha coming in hot. It's a flat corner, not much berm there, so you really gotta throw it in there. Let's see how they do in the left-hand corner here. That was the Yamaha. I'm gonna miss him there. Here we go. This is Khalid El Jafla in the 313 off the line. So Khalid. That was a Taurus T3 as well. Khalid, one of the locals. This should be Puck right here. It's Puck in the OT3 car coming in. See how Puck does in this left in a second, but I don't want to miss the start either. Next to the start, we have Pedro Goncalves is going to be in the 311. It's going to be an X-Raid Yamaha in the T3 category still. It'll be the 311 next off the line. All right, here we go. Here goes Pedro in the 311. Another Yamaha. It's going to be Khalid here coming in. Coming up to the line next should be the 308 approaching the line. It's going to be another Taurus T3. It's going to be Marcos Baumgart. All right, here is Marcos. This is a 308. Got maybe about 12 cars left to go. All right, the 314, we got Jonathan Paul Hart going to be pulling up to the line. Right here. There he goes. That's the 314, Jonathan Paul Hart. That is our first Can-Am Maverick X3 out on course and our second to last T3. So only one more T3 to go. This should be Marcos coming by here. There goes Marcos. Watch him come through here. Meanwhile, Alexandra Pinto is moving up to the line in the 401, or is it 317 actually? The 316 is going to be next. David. We got one more. We have David and David, and this is going to be their first time in a car, I'm told. So right here on the line, this is going to be the 316 locals from UAE. First time in a car. They're in a Can-Am Maverick X3. And they are the last T3 off the line. Now next we're going to be going to the T4 class. So this is going to be the SSV category, or the UTV category. This is a little bit more stock vehicle. They have a restrictor plate and stuff like that on them. But meanwhile, back out on course, this is going to be Jonathan Paul Hart right here coming into this 90 right. Coming in really hot. All the way through the right. That corner keeps getting wider and wider, huh? That thing is way wide now. Let's see how they do in the left. Meanwhile, our first T4 is going up to the line, Alexandra. Let's see if they come in as hot in this corner as they were in that last corner. Yeah, looking pretty good. All right, so here's our first T4. It's going to be a Can-Am Maverick R. Or not Maverick R, actually. The Maverick Rs haven't gone yet. This is going to be a X3. It's going to be the 401, the first T4. It's a different class here, so they give them a little bit of a bigger gap, it looks like. So while they're doing that, let's go look at the timing screen real quick. We'll keep an eye on them down there. So at the top, we have Nasser El Attiyah. Like we said earlier, he's in first. And then in the, let's see, that was a car going by. In the Challenger class right here, so the T3 is going to be right here. So 15th, that's going to be your first Challenger right now. In the 306. And in second, we're going to be right here. It's going to be the 310. And we're getting ready to start. So let's go back over here. Saw him tell him something. I'm not sure if it was a minute or not. All right, so like we were saying, first place in Challenger is right there. It's going to be 15th. It is Alatia in the 306. Next is going to be the 310. It's going to be second Challenger. Third Challenger is the 309. And your first T4 is about to go off the line. There they go. That is your first T4 SSV, the 401, off the line in their Can-Am. Now coming up to the line next is going to be the 402, Enrico Gaspari. We have 10 cars left to go. So we got this car and then 9 more cars. And then that will conclude our prologue for the day. Just the rest of them are going to be the SSV T4 cars that you see here. This is going to be the 402. Here we go, Enrico. Once again in a Can-Am Maverick X3. Head out on the course here and watch for the 90 right again. This should be the 401 coming through the 90 right. All right, and then next on the line, we're going to be the 403 is lining up, getting ready to go. Just a couple seconds. There goes the 403. The 402 through the corner. Oh, kind of got lost for a second there. Had to correct themselves, get going the right way. They got it figured out. That only cost them a couple seconds, so not too bad. Back at the start, we got the 404 about ready to go off. Going to be a Polaris Pro R right here. Polaris. That's a Maverick R pulling up to the start there. So we had a Pro R go off, and then we got a Maverick R coming up next. All right, we got the 405 getting ready to take off. First Maverick R out on course. All right, that was the 405 there. Got 6 more cars to go. Comes that Pro R coming through the corner. So Brock Hager, the one that won the Dakar, is not out here at this race. He's not doing this race. Another Maverick R ready to go off the line here. It's going to be the 406. They're both coming at the wrong time now. It was the perfect timing earlier. Now they're both at the same camera at the same time. All right. Let's see. Probably go over here. So this is going to be the 407 there was pulling up to the start line. This is going to be the 405 coming through the corner right here. This is the father-son team, actually. So this is the son that you see right here, I believe. Or is that the 406? That might have been the 406. You got the father pulling up at the start line right now. So you got Yaya. All right, so there he goes. That was the 407. Yeah, so that was the son coming by on the right side right before he started there. That was the father that took off there in the 407. There's the 406. That's good. Let's see. All right, here goes the 408. Another Polaris Pro R. 408 off the line. Four tens lining up, so we only have 3 cars left to go for the qualifying prologue day today. There's the 407. All right, that was the 410 that just went off the line. So we have 2 cars left. We got the 411 and the 413. Should be the 408 here, I believe. It is one of the Polaris Pro Rs, 408. All right, second to last car. This is the 411, one of the Yamaha YXZ. Off the line. All right, one more car to go. We got Jose in the 413. Will be our... Oh, actually, we got 3 more cars to go. Sorry, got second page here. 3 more cars to go. So we got this one and then 2 more. Got 1 more page with 2 entries on it. This is Jose in the 413, another Can-Am Maverick X3. There we go, 10 seconds and he'll be off. All right, next pulling up to the line, second to last car now for sure, the 414, unless there's a late entry that's not on my list, but the 414 is pulling up next. Marian, gonna be in another Polaris Pro R. All right, there's the 414 right there. And there's one more car behind him back there. I see him. All right, while we wait for our final car to pull up to the line, we'll go back to our corner. We should have two more cars coming through here. Comes our 90 right. And then the 415 is going to be pulling up to the line. One more Maverick R. That will be our final car. Jeremias. There's the 413. All right, there is the 415. This should be the last car off the line. It's the last one on my list. All right, I believe that is our last car off the line there, the 415. So we'll head out to the other cameras. Just make sure no one else pulls up to the start at the last minute here. Watch a couple more cars come by on these cameras, and then that'll wrap up our prologue coverage today. Is the 414 coming by right here, I think? Yep, the 414. Marian in the Polaris Pro R. Couple more corners to go for our last two cars, and then we'll take a look at the leaderboard and kind of go over that with you guys real quick, in case you didn't see it earlier, and then that will wrap up today's coverage. There we go. There's the 414 once again. Here comes the 415. That is the last car out on course right there. All right, one more corner to go for our last car. All right, let's see. All right, let's go look at our timing for you guys. Well, that's the finish line, it looks like there. All right, so looking over our timing, let's go back to the, in case you missed it earlier, let's go to the bikes real quick. So to wrap up our qualifying day, we have the number 68 took the top spot there, Toshi, with the 653.4. So number one qualifier today in the bike category, in the GP category, followed by the 77, the 9, the 1, the 4, and the 10. So that's a look at the top. The first R2 was a Doherty right here in 8th overall, but this is the first R2 category. Then if we come down to the quads, the first quad was the was in the 26th spot. That is Martinez on the number 110. That is a look at your first quad. So that's your top in the bike category. If we go back to the cars, we saw that Nasser El Attiyah is at the top with a 623.8. And then let's see, behind him, we had, that's all the ultimate here. The first of the challenger was right here, is also Alatea. So Alatea is first and and first in the different categories. In the T3, the challenger, so they're in with a 653. And then if we scroll down to the SSV category, we have right here, one of the locals is in the 406, is in with a 736. So one of the is the top SSV. And that's a look at your top 3 from those different different categories there. So if we go down, there's notes at the bottom here, and it kind of gives you what it yeah, that kind of wraps it up for the day, actually. I mean, that's your board right there. If you guys want to see these are live. This is online now. It's pretty cool. They have live timing, and it works really well. So that was exciting to bring you guys that coverage today. Something a little new for me personally. I have not covered these races before live like this, so so bear with me on a lot of the names and do my best, but it'll be fun. So the plan for the rest of the rally is we're going to have hopefully have a start camera every day for you guys, and then I'll do some hourly updates throughout the day once the bikes and cars get out on the course. The bikes are supposed to start at 8 every day, so we should be doing, as long as we have a camera going, we should have our first update around 8 every day. So be sure and join back here. If you're watching it on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that way you get your notifications. You can turn those on so you know when we go live. But we will be back tomorrow. We'll start covering the first stage of the rally, and we're looking forward to it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And this is going to be your 2025 Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge coverage. And I'm Fish, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for stage 1.